Ahoy there Internet, it's Chris here on day 23 of 100 of making comics. Finally back on track with my videos, where I spend at least 30 minutes a day working on my comics or creator-owned projects, including my comic The Legend of Rock and my card game Kill the Hero. So here I am, I'm sort of getting back on track now with a bit more of a schedule again, finding now that after a little bit of fiddling around and making a few tough decisions with getting a flatter in for The Legend of Rock, that I'm going to be able to make more time for doing my line art and my finishing colours, which will allow me to get my comics done, my comic pages done a lot sooner, to get them off to the letterer, and will also allow me to have a lot more time to do my other things, like Kill the Hero, as well as some client work, which I've got a lot banked up at the moment. So I'm going to show you a little bit on that in a minute. So just been working on the book. Currently on page 6. Unfortunately, I've had a little bit of delay. The page 5 was meant to go up today, but just had to fix a few things up with the lettering, and then we should be back with that. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have that page up, so we'll be a day late, which sucks, but at least we'll be sort of on time with the week. So again, like I was talking about with the flatter, hopefully this will allow me to get just do a bulk lot of inks, get them to the flatter, get him to get everything done on that side of things, so I can work on other stuff. Once he sent all that stuff, all those pages back to me, I can get onto the hard colours, and then that will free me up for a couple of weeks, I reckon. That's the current plan anyway, so if we can do that, then we can send it off to get lettered, and we can just get the pages all lettered in bulk as well, and by doing that, we'll just have a nice buffer and we won't have to worry about sort of page delays or anything anymore. So half of my face has sort of disappeared there. Hang on. I don't know what's going on there. That's a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, that's sort of where I am with the comic at the moment. It was getting pretty stressful for a little while, and I was just sort of wondering how I was going to keep up with all of this. Again, like I said, I'm still working on the mini comic as well. Not as heavily as the other stuff. It's just a fun little side project that I'm just playing around with. Haven't gotten too far with it, but you know, all the ideas are there, and I've got a lot of sketch work done. So hopefully soon I'll have something to show you guys on that. Otherwise, I've been working on a little commission I'll show you here. Just to save me a bit of editing time, I'm just going to sort of zoom out here a bit. So while I was at Oz Comic Con, I got a very interesting commission, which I've been taking my time actually sort of doing it to finish it off, because I had to take it home because I was actually quite ill on the last day of the show. So it was a quite intimidating piece, so one of the reasons I've been putting it off, as well as all the comic stuff as well. Sort of a few reasons. So the guy hit me up and was just sort of like, yeah, what's going on? So got my butt into gear and got started on it. Now, like I said, this is a very interesting piece. The commission entailed me to do some design work on an Xbox One controller, and he's presented me with at the time, just a very white blank controller, and just told me to sort of go crazy, do whatever I wanted to do. And I asked him what convinced him to ask me, of all people, at the convention to do it. And he said he loved one of the Adventure Time pieces I did, so I thought, well, in lieu of that, I'm going to do an Adventure Time battle scene on this controller, because you know, I can incorporate a few of the buttons and things like that. So I still got a little bit of way to go, but I managed to get a fair chunk done on it last night. So here it is, the Xbox controller. Took me a while to figure out what works best on it. That was sort of one of the issues that was really intimidating. There we go, there's the back there, you can see the monster's tail, Lady Ranicorn flying around, so there's still a lot to do on it. But yeah, discovered that Sharpies work really, really well, and after a little bit of time, once they actually dry, they don't rub off. So what will happen once he gets the controller sent to him, he's going to seal it up with a proper sealant, and then that will sort of go in a display case, I believe. I think he'll probably play with it a little bit when he gets it as well, because he's really stoked with how it's coming up. So that's been awesome, fun to work on. I'll be putting that aside for the rest of the week though. I've just been hammering some pages tonight. I did go out for dinner with some friends just to catch up, and yeah, just working on some Legend of the Rock tonight. Pretty much finished the colours on page 6. Again, thanks to having the flats done, saved me a buttload of time. Technically I should be working on page 7 this week, so if I can get page 6 finished tomorrow morning, if I get up early enough, I can nut that out, and then I can get back onto client work. If I can manage to, I'd like to get the line art done first and get that off to the flatter, and have that ready for the next week. So, and hopefully that'll give us a week's buffer at that point. We'll see how we go. I really got to get onto this other client job, which is sort of like a storybook. So there's quite a few pages to do. Everything's sketched out, so it's really just a matter of getting the inks done, the colouring done. And I really, really want to do a top job for this, because it's a very, very special person, and a dear friend of mine who I've known for quite a while. So there's going to be a lot of love going into this project as well. It's very fun so far. The hardest part is one of my pet peeves, or not pet peeves, is probably the wrong word. It's likenesses. I hate doing likenesses, but I'll get it done. Oh, you can see Cooper in the background there. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I've been, just really busy. Yeah, I've still got the crowdfunder going on at the moment. The link will be down in the description. About 32% of the way with the goal. I'm actually working out a few extra incentives to chuck in, which will include some original artwork as well as some prints and stuff. Just some actual physical incentives to hopefully entice people to help me out a little bit more. But I'm on my way there. So if anyone's willing to help out and get some awesome incentives in return for that, please check out the link. Any help that you can give me is super appreciated. And I just really hope that I can make it to Brisbane, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be another chance for me to promote my book, The Legend of Rock. The more people I can get into it, the more chances that I can continue going with it. So hopefully we can build up some support and a bit of a fan base for the book, because there's a lot that we want to do with it. We've got a massive story arc, but I feel if without having a fan base there, it's just going to slowly die down, and I've got a lot of projects that I'd like to work on, so we'll just sort of see how that goes. But I'm having a lot of fun with The Legend of Rock, so I want to keep that going. Alright, I'm probably going to get out of your hair now. Probably sick of my voice. You can probably tell I'm feeling a little bit better now. I don't have that... Well, I've always got a terrible nasally voice, but it's not as bad as it used to be, so... Awesome to feeling a bit better. Mostly. I still feel a little bit sick, but not as sick as I used to. So I think all those vitamins and everything are finally doing their job. And lots of garlic. Lots and lots of garlic. I say that because my partner hates garlic and I love garlic, and whenever I get a chance to, it's like a little treat for me. So if you ever take me out for dinner, garlic. Alright guys, have a good night. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow for day 24, I think. Can't believe we're probably nearly quarter of the way through the through this. This is crazy. Alright, catch you guys later. Bye.